Okay, Mohammed, do stay with us. We have further updates coming out of that developing situation where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the visit by top US diplomat Marco Rubio underscores the, quote, strength of ties between the allies, describing the US-Israel alliance as, quote, as durable as the stones in the Western Wall. Let's listen in to his statements.
This is by way of reading an extraordinary friend, Secretary of State of the United States, Marco Rubio, and his wife, Jack. I think his visit here is a testament to your ability, the strength of the Israeli-American alliance. It's as strong and as durable as the stones of the Western Wall that we just touched under President Trump and Secretary Rubio and their entire team. This alliance never...
Netanyahu made the remarks after offering prayers at the Western Wall alongside Rubio and Washington's envoy to Israel, Mike Huckabee. The visit comes days after an Israeli strike targeted Hamas leaders in Qatar, which drew broad criticism. We are once again joined by Mohammed Osman. Mohammed, this obviously is occurring as Israel continues its offensive inside Gaza and Gaza City, where at least 30 residential buildings were targeted today in the operations. This visit just comes also, of course, after Israel struck the Hamas leaders in Qatar. Is Rubio's presence a signal of unconditional US backing here, despite all of the international criticism that comes Israel's way for both the Gaza war and, of course, because of these strikes on Qatar?
It sends very dangerous signals, Thomas, that could be very detrimental to the stability of the region and also to the United States' strategic relationship with many countries in this region, namely, of course, and specifically the Gulf states, who have been now targeted for the first time ever since the beginning of the Arab-Israeli conflict by Israel. And ironically, these countries were very eager to normalize relations with Israel over the past few years. Some of them even signed the Abraham Accords, like the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain and others. So now these countries are revisiting the idea of normalization with Israel because Israel is now proving to be a very unreliable partner and a dangerous neighbor, one way or the other. So now Marco Rubio comes in the midst of these circumstances, and he expresses publicly that the United States is not that eager to maintain its partnerships with many of the Arab states, or at least they take these partnerships for granted. If you've heard what Marco Rubio said yesterday before embarking on his visit to Israel, when asked about the strikes on Doha, he said they were unfortunate and that what happened has happened, and I'm repeating what he said word for word. What happened has happened. We should move past it, and this will never affect our relationship with Israel. So it seems that the message that is being conveyed today is that no matter what Israel does, they will always remain a valuable ally of the United States, and they will always enjoy the unlimited support and political cover provided by the United States, unfortunately, and of course the economic and military backing as well, which basically has made Israel so resilient and able to continue fighting a multitude of wars on several fronts for about 2 years now. However, this could be very detrimental to US influence in the region because other countries in the regions have other options they can look towards. And this impunity that Israel acts with and Israel's increasingly aggressive policies, and now the biblical ideas of greater Israel and the attempts to realize greater Israel on the ground by occupying more Palestinian territories, attempting to displace them, occupying territories in Lebanon and in Syria, and attempting to annex them or indicating that they might annex them at some point. This could be very detrimental to peace in the region and will not buy Israel security. It will buy it more war, more violence, and more bloodshed, unfortunately. And the United States is not acting responsibly in this regards. If anything, they are emboldening Israel and sending very wrong messages and signals to their other partners in the region.
Yes, Mohammed, do stay with us. We move away from the Israel-Gaza conflict next, but we move over to Syria, where it will hold its first parliamentary elections